Oh, sorry guys. You know what? I gotta hit the go live button. I hope you can hear me now. I'm here chatting away, talking about the weather and the iguanas and the lizards and the frozen pipes, and I didn't hit the live button. My apologies. I was up all night worrying about the pipes freezing here, and I had the heat lamps on it. Oh, here I am. Yeah, there's a button that says, it says, okay, start streaming. Okay, I did. And then there's another button that you have to click that says go live. Like, ugh, I didn't hit the go live button, but I'm here now. And I was on this window saying welcome and talking to myself. And I mentioned that this giveaway is for the Patterns of Love book, which is our latest coil bound. Really nice book. That was a video I made. And I noticed that in the amount of comments, there's 80 comments. I was like, geez, I gotta get other stuff to give away. So what I did, I grabbed my. Oh, let me get it back on the right camera. See, I'm clunky with this stuff. Please pardon me. I got my teardrop book. So you're laughing at me. Yeah, and I'm groggy. I was up all night long. I figured, all right, let me put on music, right? I'm listening to old sappy 70 music. I was like, geez, I can't believe it. Some of the stuff, it was my birthday yesterday, so I kind of got nostalgic, and I was like, let me put on some music, and sure enough, all the songs from the 70s were coming on. I was like, oh yeah, and I got one of those Echo Dot things, and then I ended up with an earworm, a couple of them, So anyway, back to the giveaway. Yeah, the Patterns of Love book, that's the main giveaway. Then we have another one. There's 100 teardrop book. This is the Amazon version. Yeah, you could see it's got all the teardrops. It's a really nice book, but it's not a coil bound. It's a regular standard. This is my Amazon book that I sell on Amazon. It's a really good book though too, and as well, I can't stop there. I'm giving away the Down East Christmas stained glass pattern book. This is also the Amazon version. I get these books to look through them, to proof them, make sure that they look good, and so I'm going to give that away too. So we're going to start with the Christmas book. All right, we're going to start with that, and then we're going to go to the 100 teardrops, and then to the stained glass patterns of love. That's going to be the final draw, and that's going to be the grand prize, I guess. So bear with me. Yeah, I'm still groggy. Oh, thank you, Nancy. My birthday wishes. Yeah, I'll tell you, I went online. I kind of jumped online. I was like, geez, I had to be 400 or 500 messages. Happy birthday, happy. And then Guy, my brother Guy from Mongo, he gets on Facebook and does the happy birthday, Gary, and then there's 100 more messages. I was tickled to death, and all the people wishing me well for my birthday, and it was very warming. Excuse me, I'm getting choked up. It was very warming to see people. The sincerity of it. Anyway, let me see if I can get my act together here. Too many buttons, right? Sunny Lexi. Yeah, the software is actually pretty easy to use. It's just that you gotta coordinate your live feed, and you gotta sign in to see the chat, and for some reason to sign in to see the chat, It uses two-step verification on my phone, which I'm using the phone for my camera. You know, this is actually my phone that's plugged in. Then I got to go turn the phone and then, oh, it was horrible. Anyway, but that's what kept me a little late. So, yeah, everybody's here for the YouTube random comment picker. This is a website I use, and thanks the folks at Random Comment Picker for this free software they have online, and it actually grabs all the comments from the video and puts them down. You can see them right here. Well, I'm not on the browser, but there's 80. So we're gonna get right to it. I'm gonna ask you guys. I did this last time. Give me a number between 1 and 5. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click the random comment picker button that many times for the first book, the Christmas book, and then go from there. So this way you guys have a hand in it. Nancy picked 5. Sonny picks 3. Sonny, Luxie, Luke, Texas 3. Well, Nancy, I'm gonna go. You're so fast. I'm gonna give someone else a chance. How about number 3? Is that okay? I know you said 5, but wait. How about this? I got a 5 and a 3. I'm gonna go with 4. There you go. I'm gonna be fair. So we're gonna take the 4th click from the random YouTube picker. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you can see it right here. I'm gonna, from the 4th click here. I think you can see me highlighting that. Alright. Let me get back to the software. Yeah, you could see that. So I'm gonna jump on the browser and do that. So on click number 4 will be the Down East Christmas winner. And then the next click will be the Teardrops, and then the final click will be the Patterns of Love. Alright, so I'm not going to delay anymore. Now you guys are patiently waiting, and I don't want to keep you holding. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. People have things to do. I got snow to shovel, which I don't know. I'm going to try. But, let's get right to it. Alright? Let's see. We can go. I could put a little window with that. No, I don't need that. Everybody knows what they look like. Okay, good. Alright, Nancy gave the thumbs up. Alright, you got it. Alright, so on the 4th click will be the first winner. And without any more delay, here we go. The drum roll, Nancy. I can't see the chat now. I'm on the browser, but I'm going to go number 1. Carmen. Number 2. Your name may come up twice, so if it does, don't worry. This is like really random. It could pick out, I could say unique authors. You go, all right, number 2. Sandra Brooks. Number 3. One, The Rule. Love Your Patterns. Yeah, these books are great for beginners. I try to keep my patterns easy, but nice, respectfully nice. We can bring them to craft fairs and have nice looking stuff. But alright, that was number 3, and number 4 is the winner of the Down East Christmas book. Bobby Schneider. Congratulations, Bobby Schneider. You won. I'm going to copy that. I don't know if I could copy that. It's going to be in the video. So I'm going to go, let's see. Let me see if I can do this. I copied that. Copy. Let's go into the chat. Paste. No. I could write it like this. Okay, I have to type it. BBISCHNEIDER. Okay. You won the Christmas book. All right. There you go. I got to type. My blurry eyes. My tired blurry eyes. All right. So that's for the Christmas book. That's for Bobby. We'll put that aside. Up there. And what I want you guys to do, if you do win, reach out. You send me an email. I'm gonna go ahead and put my email here. I'm GS at down east west. That's my email. So send me an email with your shipping address. I don't know why YouTube doesn't do it. You can't send a private message on YouTube. Everything's out. Like if I communicate, I can't do it privately. I just don't know why. That's the weirdest thing. But there's my email, which is it. Maybe it's a good thing because I don't want anyone to get scammed or get in trouble. So let's see. And we have back to here. All right. So the next winner will be for the Teardrop book, 100 Teardrops. All right, it's a really good book. It's an awesome book. Let's go back to the browser. So the next winner for the Teardrop book is. Oh, we can't. I'm not going to do repeats again here. I didn't hit the unique button here. The next one, Carmen Hess, 8471. You won the Teardrop book. Congratulations. I don't sound like a show host, so come on down. You won. Let's see. Let me get it in here. I gotta type it again. At Carmen. I spell it wrong. That's 8471. 8471. You won the Teardrop book. Congrats. Congrats. All right. Oh, good. See, I could tell I'm coming through because Nancy just said, congratulations, Carmen. All right. Yeah, sorry about the mishap. I didn't want to do repeat winners. That would be really unfair for this giveaway. So let's get back to it and pick the final winner for the. Back to my camera. Come on, editor guy, get with it. The final winner will be for the Stained Glass Patterns of Love. And guys, you're gonna really, pardon the pun, but you're gonna really love this book. This one is a signed copy. This is the first edition from my publisher with the coil bound. It's a really nice book. You can open it up. Look at the patterns. Here's the gnome. You can fold it back and put it on a copy machine. Do what you got to do. It's a really nice book, and I'm going to include the publisher shipping label that shows the proof of that it's the first edition and all that. So well, Nancy, here we go. You never know. I'm going to go ahead and pick the winner now for the Stained Glass Patterns of Love book. And so here we go. And this is it. The drum roll. Well, I'm really out of it. I could tell. I'm out of it. But here we go. The winner of the Stained Glass Patterns of Love book is Christy Rex Road. All right, Christy, you won the Patterns of Love book. Let's go over to the chat. Well, I wish I had more books to give away. I really do. Everybody, everybody's saying nice things. I want to win and this and that, but doing patterns is really not. You're not making $1 million, and I wish I could send more. And I'm doing the best I can, but I want to give away books. So here we are. Yeah, they cost me money too. They're not for free, and the markup on it is very little. So the publisher, the book company, they do pretty good on it. So unfortunately, I mean I make a few dollars, but it's not like I'm killing it. Put it that way. Let me get in here. I didn't even have to bring that up, but I hope you guys understand that. I would love to give away 100 books, but I really can't. So let's let this out. At Christy. Christy Rex Rude. I think I spelled that right. Rex Road, or is that Rude? I have to put my glasses. This is terrible. I'm all blurry. I was up all night. Rex Road. I think it says Rex Road with an A. Okay. Christy Rex Road. You won. I can do that. You won. The Patterns of Love book. And my typing is off too. All right. So here we go. Well, that was easy. That was nice, and I hope everybody. I mean, stick around. I'm gonna give away more books. I really will, and I'm gonna figure out a way to do it less complicated. But I like the live thing. I like the suspense. Yeah, I like to get everybody excited. I don't know, but it's kind of fun. If you guys have any suggestions or questions about my YouTube channel, my live broadcasts, my pattern books, please, let me know. Put it in the chat. I'm working on my Emerald Expressions book, which is going to be my latest. I'm just trying to get all the PDF files together, and I send that up to my publisher, and I'm going to put it on Amazon as well. Below the video, the recorded video, you could see the link to my Amazon page, my book page on Amazon, and my publisher if you're interested. And I will do an announcement on Facebook when the Emerald Expressions, that's going to be the title of the book, when that's ready. I hope to have at least 60 patterns in that. I always like to get like 100 patterns in a book, but it is what it is. I'm working on more Celtic designs and more St. Patrick stuff, and as well in the Patterns of Love book. If you do have the book, you just reach out. I'll send you a link to my cloud. If you're a member of my YouTube channel, you also get the access to that. Let's see. Let's slow this down. And yeah, if you're a member here, I have the full manuscript of the Patterns of Love book in it, in the cloud, as well as the new patterns I made. I made the hearts bookend pattern, and there's another one I forget right now, but yeah, they're all there. And you know, I could actually do a revision on the book and include those patterns. Maybe I'll do that. You know, for next year. You know, if I have another 20 patterns, I'll just make a revised edition, or you know, something showing that it's a different book with more patterns. That's one of the difficulties of hard copy books, because you're always making new patterns. You know, it's like, what do you do with them? You know, I guess you could make, you know, stained glass patterns of love book 2, right? Put a 2 on there. I don't know. So anyway, yeah. If you have any recommendations, yeah, emerald. You know what? I love green. Green is green. You know, just everything about it. It's the blend of blue and yellow. It's actually, it's not a primary color. A lot of folks think, you know, green is, you know, it's a primary: blue, red, yellow, green. No, blue, red, and yellow. That's it. Everything else, you know, between blue, red, and yellow makes all the other colors. Yeah, it's the number 2 book is a great idea. And as well, I want to include cloud access in my books. Actually in the Christmas book, there is, in the book itself, has the QR code to access the cloud. So I want to do that again, maybe in my future books. I wanted to see how that worked out, because I don't want my cloud to crash either. You know, that would be horrible. But yeah, Janice, yeah, I'm gonna do another giveaway. I'm gonna order more books and give away more. And the Emerald Expressions will definitely be on a giveaway. I'm looking at my audio. I'm tapping into the red zone. I think it might be overmodulating. Yeah, thanks for subscribing, Janice. Yeah, that gives you all the updates on my channel. It allows you to chat. You know, the chat is only open to subscribers. And I do have that membership. It's $2.99 a month, which gives you the full cloud access with all of the patterns that are in the cloud, including the love book, you know, the whole manuscript, and amongst a lot of other stuff. I have a lot of patterns in there. And if you do choose to become a member, it's not written in stone or carved in stone. You could join and then quit. You know, you don't have to stick around. You know, and then go to the cloud, grab a whole bunch of patterns, and you know, remember me. You know, to say, yeah, that was Gary. Look at this. What a deal, $2.99. But the membership also, it shows that you support my channel. So that's what's important. Well, there are folks I see who I don't see. Well, I could figure out who came and just left, but I don't even bother. I don't check that. But I could see that people do sign up, and then they quit after the first month, and then they come back. They actually come back because it's like, I got you. I put a whole bunch of more patterns. So it's still, even if we did that, it doesn't bother me. You know why? Because I am all about sharing. I mean, everybody who knows me, I share my stained glass knowledge on Facebook, on YouTube. I share a lot of patterns. I help people with patterns. It really pleases me to no end, and I mean this sincerely, when people use my patterns and make glass. I mean, it's just, if you're a pattern designer, you understand what I'm talking about. And I know, I give away too much stuff, but you know what? It's me. I share, and there's a lot of other people that buy off Etsy and this. So it's, and at the end of the day, and this is the real truth of the matter, I could sit down for a week and make another 50, 100 patterns. Well, not 100. I could in a month. I could easily do 2 a day. So I can make 60 more brand new patterns in 1 month, and offer them up for sale on my Etsy. So it's not like I'm selling myself short. And again, I see people make glass out of my patterns. It really means a lot to me. It really does. And it's difficult to try to explain that without trying to sound like a salesman or, con artist. But I'm not. I'm just I really love seeing people make glass in my stuff. That's why the membership offer. If you join and you say you just go in and grab into patterns, I'm really not upset about that. I mean, I'd like you to stick around and support my channel, but if that's something you did, and a lot of people, they can't afford to pay so much every month, like a subscription. So I get it. I get it. Rice and beans every other night. But again, it's all about giving people access and making somebody happy for the moment. And don't feel bad if you came in, just grabbed patterns and left. I mean, you go to the cloud, you see, everything's organized. You could download the whole cloud if you want. It's a big file, or you can pick and choose. You could print right out of the cloud too. You can copy. You do a lot from the cloud, but it's all there for my members of my channel. And I'm sorry, Nancy. I thought. Did you, being here, did you get it? I thought I sent you a book. Did I send you? I think I sent you the Christmas book, didn't I? I'm not sure. I forget. But yeah, I was hoping, more people would. I mean, maybe I'll get 10 of them. I don't know, and do a bigger giveaway. And I can't do it with the coil bound. They cost too much. But maybe the Amazon books. They're a little more forgiving, because they're made without the coil. This gets expensive for the coil. All right, with that, I'm going to sign off. And yes, I could. And, Nancy, you're in Texas, right? I heard, my friend Kathy in Mississippi, her Wazer thing froze on her. I was like, oh, jeez. I mean, it's really got to get cold for things to freeze like that. It must have really dropped down into the teens. So, yeah, and Texas, I heard Texas was cold too. Middle Texas. I think you're further to the south area, if I recall. I know you're not like in the frozen tundra of northern Texas. Anyway, yeah, maybe I think I can go to Amazon and get a package deal of like $10 and do that. Maybe it's a little late for the Pattern of Love book. Maybe the Emerald, Expressions book. We'll do that. I'll get like 10 of them and I'll just give a bunch away. And really, this one's going to actually be pretty exciting book. It's going to have a lot of Celtic designs, the knots. It's going to have a lot of St. Patrick theme, with the clovers, and I started looking at the list of patterns I have. There are quite a few. I didn't count them, but it should be a nice book. And there's something about designing Celtic knots. It's like rewarding. Put it that way. And it's challenging, but it's rewarding. So look forward to my Emerald Expressions coming soon. And thanks for everybody that joined me on my chat here. I do the ums a lot. Because I really, literally, I didn't get any sleep last night. I was running out to the garage, seeing if I see water. I had to I have all my stained glass patterns, the big paper. I have like 3 or 4 garbage bags full of them. Yeah, to drag them into the house because I was afraid if it did flood in the garage, they'd all get ruined and they'd be gone. And I have them all rolled up, and there's a lot. There's like my whole history of stained glass basically in patterns. If they got wet, they would have been destroyed. Go shovel snow. You're telling me to shut up? Okay. I'm not gonna shovel. I got 2 boys that can shovel. It does. I thought it would start melting by now. It's not. It's still deep. Like you look out the steps and there's no steps. It's just like one big thing, a chunk of snow. Like you can't see steps. All right. So with that, I'm gonna stop recording. And thanks again, guys, for joining me on the live chat. It was a lot of fun. And if you have any suggestions, if you want to comment below this video, you can do that. Comment below if you have any ideas for a chat. What I can do. I really want to do studio interviews again, and I could leave my phone number. I actually have people call me. Have I put my speaker, the speaker phone on. The speaker on my phone on, so everybody can hear the conversation, and do something like that. Maybe a one-on-one interview or a question and answer session. I don't know. Questions and answers, they're kind of tough. Unless you have a really good question and a spontaneous way of answering it, because I could spend an hour answering one question, and it's very difficult. There's no 10-second answer for any question. I mean, there is for some very straightforward kind of questions, but for most, I'll go into it. I really dig deep into answering one question. That's why I like doing the live viewing of my my Facebook channel, the stained glass. Cause I go right down, and as I'm reading them, I could really dissect the question. All right, so that's why I do that, and then I really dig into my rhymes and reasons, so what my answers are. And it is difficult. I mean, there's other folks that YouTube and have like a set script what they want to do, and all is good with that. That's fine. I can't do. For some reason, I can't bring myself to be a robot and say this then and do a script. I can't. It's got to be like spontaneous. And anyway, I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just saying, I don't think I can do that. I'd probably stumble and mess up. But that's why I like the chat window. I could see what you guys are saying, and I could answer your questions right in the chat, which it kind of helps, provoke a thought. Hope that made sense. But if you have any suggestions for, I'm losing my voice. Any suggestions for any future live, or even a book? If you say, hey Gary, can you make a book of lamps? I mean, that's actually something I thought about doing. Then I would have to come up with 50 lamp designs, which I can do that. I can, if I focus on just making lamps, little swag lamps, little lamps that go on bases that would fit in a book. That's the problem with books. You're limited in size. I could do like my hummingbird lamp actually can fit in a book because the panels are just as big as the book is wide, and it would run over, say, 5 or 6 pages of the book. And I could do something like that if you're interested. Like small 16-inch lamp, like table lamps or small swag lamps. I did come up with a new one lately, and I said, what, maybe I'll make a book of lamps, of stained glass lamps. But then I need ideas, because this is the craziest thing with me. I have too many ideas. I can't focus on one, unless I say, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and focus on this one design concept and do it. But if someone nudges me, someone says, "Hey, make a a Celtic lamp, or make a heart lamp, or make a lamp with bluebirds in it," I would be like, "Okay, you got it," and then I'd do it. It's for some reason I'm able to do it that way. So I said, if you have any ideas for patterns or books, let me know. Basically, steer me in the direction. There you go. I need to be nudged. All right, I'm going to turn off the broadcast, and this is going to be recorded, so if you want to check in later, see who the winners are. I'm going to have to come back and check. And again, the winners, please email me. You can reach me at downeaststainglass.com on my website, or email me at gs@downeaststainglass.com. Send me your shipping address, and I'll send out your books as soon as I get your address. Okay, and there's no cost for that. It's all on me. You won. You get everything. You get the free shipping, all of that. All right. And I just want to say thank you, everybody. And I wish I could have given. I'm done. I said 80 people. I said, oh Jesus. So I had to give away more stuff. I was gonna start digging into my Mongo foil. I don't know if Guy would like that. So I started giving away his foil. Yeah, he gave me 3 rolls of foil. So I already opened up the blackback and I used it. Actually, it works really good. And oh, by the way, today's sponsor of this video is Mongo's Artville. There you go, Guy. You're not a sponsor, but I'll give you the sponsor thing. Yeah, our live broadcast for the day has been sponsored by Mongo's Art Glassville. He's got some really nice press. So I can't do that. I can't be the McMahon guy. See, I'm delirious. I had no sleep. Really no sleep. All right, guys. Thanks again. I'll let you go, and I appreciate you coming in. Great plug. No, really, I did a product review on that Mongo foil. That's just pretty awesome, actually. I mean, it's really good. I want to try the thinner gauge for the smaller. I'm doing a small thing. I'm going to use. I think the 1.5 is a little heavy for very tiny pieces. Maybe you want to go with the 1.25. I don't know. 1.5 would still work, but if you're doing a lot of tiny pieces, or if you're going to be foiling glass globs, the globs that are hard to get foil around, maybe you want to go with a thinner gauge foil, just because it'll wrap around easier. All right, take care, Nancy, and take care, everybody else. Thanks so much for the company. I appreciate it. You take care.